Hey, what's up guys? It's your girl Ashley. I hope all is well, and in today's video I'll be sharing with you guys my review on the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Okay, so this is the foundation right here in the packaging. This foundation has been out for a little while now. I want to say about 2 years. I know when it first came out, I think it was only available in 12 shades, with the deepest shade being the one I have in my hand right here, which is my shade, and that is in the color Caramel. And what this foundation claims to be is an undetectable medium to full coverage. So right away, I absolutely love it, because if you've been watching my channel, you know that I absolutely love a full coverage foundation. So what this foundation claims is that 100% have said that this foundation has blurred their imperfections. 98% said that this foundation has made their skin look absolutely perfect. And then another 97% has said that this foundation has given them a natural coverage, hence the name Born This Way. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this foundation on my skin so you guys can see how it looks on my skin. Just as some background, my skin type is typically normal to dry. This is the summer months in Toronto, so my skin type is mainly normal. The only issues I have on my skin right now, I'm not too sure if you guys can pick up on camera, but is I've been having a lot of blemishes. I have like one going on there and a couple here, and I've had a lot on my forehead. For the most part, it's pretty well cleared now. However, that's what's been going on with my skin right now. So I've already prepped my face, as you guys can obviously tell. I have my brows filled in. I've prepped my face with primer as well as a moisturizer. Right here. This moisturizer is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. I absolutely love this. If you have dry skin, you need to make this a part of your skincare regimen. Like, I swear to you, you like, thank me later. Thank me later. Next, as a primer, I use the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. Once again, I did haul this in, I think it was like a Sephora Favorites or some kind of haul, and I will link that down below for you guys. But this is the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer, and I absolutely love this. This blurs out all my pores. It's absolutely amazing, and it's one of my tried and trues. And to fill in my brows, I use the Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil, and I use the shade 6. Typically I mix 5 and 6, 5 on the outside and like 6 towards the end, like the tail of my brow. But today I just wanted to fill it in quickly, so I used the number 6, and this is the Goof Proof brow pencil by Benefit. So since I've used this foundation about maybe, I would say at least 10 times, not a whole lot considering I've had it for a long time, but I've used it for a handful of times, and so far I'll tell you what I do like about it before I actually apply it is the packaging. I absolutely love the packaging of this foundation. I love that it's in this glass container right here, and it's frosted with the gold cap and the gold. And another thing that I love about this foundation is that it has a pump, because it's incredibly hygienic. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to be using to apply this foundation. I'm either going to be using this brush right here, which is my Morphe S94, or my Beauty Blender. I think I may do half of my face with the Beauty Blender, the other half with a Morphe brush. Wow, I'm so tongue-tied, honestly guys. Like, my allergies are kicking today. They're so bad. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm going to do one side maybe with my Beauty Blender, the other side with my brush, just so you guys can see how how it looks. Just so you guys can see how it looks. So yeah, let's get into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take 2 pumps and just pump it out into my hand right there. And this is the foundation right here. You guys can see that it's not super runny. It's kind of has, I find that it has like the right consistency. It's not incredibly runny, but runny enough. It's not too thick. I'm just going to begin by doing what I normally do, and that is just by dotting it all over my face. I'm just looking in a mirror here, and I'm just going to dot it all over my face as I normally would. Okay, so now that I have it dotted all over my face, I am going to use my Morphe, like I said, S94, and just kind of buff it in right there. And I'm just really pressing the product into my skin so I can get a full coverage. So I'm just going to continue to buff this foundation out, mainly like around the hairline and along my chin, and really just drag it down my neck. I know in the lighting, I'm not quite sure why, but it really looks a lot lighter than my actual skin tone, and I do have a little bit of a tan because of the summertime. However, in real life, it doesn't look as crazy. However, I can, you know, fix it up with bronzer and highlight and things like that, and like setting powder, but honestly in real life, like, it matches my skin tone really well. I think that just the lighting is throwing it off a little bit. So yeah, I'm just gonna buff this into my skin, and then the other side I'll go ahead and use a beauty blender. And I am using a damp beauty blender to blend out the left side of my face. To you guys, this is the right side of my face, but I am using a damp beauty blender for this. One of the things I love about the beauty blender is that it can make your foundation application flawless. I'm not 100% confident in the way that my foundation may be picking up on camera from what I can see in my viewfinder, but in real life, like, know that it looks good. I don't look crazy. Dash, what are you getting back there? You're making so much noise. And I already have background noise from your father. So yeah, so pretty much I'm just gonna go around my hairline with my beauty blender, just because in case I have any lines, you know, those dreaded lines. I'm not trying to be that girl. Okay, so this is it. This is with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation all over my skin. Once again, I am in the shade Caramel, and honest to God, I love this foundation. I love the way that it sits, that it rests on my skin. It's honestly, like, it looks amazing. Like, I'm not sure if on camera it's really picking up how it looks in person, because do know that how it looks sometimes on camera, especially in a video and a photo, actually differs, as well as just being on camera and in person. In camera, I'm not 100% positive that it's picking up well from you guys from what I kind of see. Like, it looks like it's too light for my skin, but in reality and actuality, it looks good. Even in all this lighting, it looks really well. And overall, like I've said, I've used this foundation about 10 times and I have been loving it. And what made me want to film this video is because the last 3 times, I kid you not, that I've worn this foundation has been to an event, and I got so many compliments on my makeup and people telling me that my skin looked amazing, and I'm like, guys, it's the foundation. I swear to you, it's the foundation. But I got so many compliments, so I decided that I wanted to film a review for you guys. So on camera, it may not necessarily look like it's picking up that well. I'm not too sure if it's a combination of my lighting and my camera settings, but in person, this foundation looks phenomenal, and I absolutely love the way that it's sitting on my skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. Okay, so overall, honestly guys, I absolutely love this foundation. I am definitely hands down a thumbs up for the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Once again, my shade is in the color Caramel. Okay, so this foundation retails for $39 at Sephora, and it comes in about 23 shades. I know it's in the 20s. Now, the thing is that when this foundation first came out about 2 years ago, I believe it only came in 12 shades, and the deepest, darkest shade, unfortunately, was not women and people of color friendly. The deepest shade was actually the shade that I have on my face right now, which is Caramel, which is honestly absolutely ridiculous as a woman of color. But Too Faced has definitely come a long way, and since then they have released a lot more shades, with the deepest shade actually being Cocoa. And I had gone on the Sephora website not too long ago, and Cocoa, the deepest shade, is actually sold out, which makes me really happy to know that. But yeah, so Too Faced, thank you so much for coming out with more shades to satisfy your women of color demographic. We greatly appreciate that, because the deepest shade being me is that's not really gonna work. So yeah, I'm really happy that they definitely came out with more shades. Overall, I absolutely love this foundation. It married the rest of my makeup very, very well. Again, I will have a list of all the products that I've used on my face in the description bar, but so far, overall, I've absolutely loved this foundation. I was definitely sleeping on it, and it has been great for my combination skin. Like I said, my skin is normal to dry in the winter months. Since it is summer, it's pretty well normal. And this is a full coverage foundation, and I just love the way that it feels. It's very lightweight, it's not really oily on my face, and so far for my skin type, this foundation has done me well. Okay, so that is it for my review of the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Please show this video some love, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell button so you guys can get notifications for whenever I upload. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye for now.